guys, Anthony 4x4 Touring Australia. You may have seen a few videos lately. We've got a whole heap there, we'll call it a series if you like, in the Kimberley area. They're all about to be coming out. We travelled up through New South Wales, through Queensland, up to Corumba, across the top, across the Gibb River Road all the way to Broome, and then back across and back down. Kind of a similar way, but a little bit different. One of the videos I suppose you could say, having a bit of a whinge, but discussing the restrictions travelling between states and stuff like that, and how at the time, even though we were in states that had no cases for I think over 7 days, we weren't allowed to go from those states into South Australia, to go through South Australia for a day, to get back to Victoria, to get back to Melbourne or close to Melbourne, get back home. Anyway, so we've done the big trip around. If you see this video, we're heading down through New South Wales, down the Kidman Way, just south of Cobar. Everyone's going, where the hell's Cobar? Anyway, get your map out, Cobar, not Cobor. Anyway, we're headed south. It's all good. One of the thoughts that crossed my mind though, to do this and get a green permit and be able to go into Victoria without testing and quarantining, isolating, all this kind of crap, you need to not stop, basically. I think you can stop for food or fuel, but you're not allowed to eat anywhere. There's restrictions on, how long you can stop, and we get that. That part's cool, no problem at all. Other than, so the most southern place in Queensland, the shortest trip on a quick look was Cunnamulla. So we stayed at Cunnamulla, cabins actually. Not bad cabins, pretty clean, that sort of thing. Small park, no caravans. I think they may even let you camp there, $10 or something like that. You get your own personal toilet included. It's got a little camp kitchen, not bad. But anyway, we left there this morning a little bit before 7. It was a little bit dark still. It was very foggy, and we need to travel at speed and with minimal stops to get basically into Victoria. So once we're in Victoria, it's over 1,000 k's anyway. It's only another less than a couple of hours, couple hundred k's from Echuca to Melbourne, where we've got to go anyway. So we're just going to do the whole thing. But the point that crossed my mind is the states, the governments, they're actually forcing people that want to get home to do these stupid things, not only to go around the long way, but to do the massive day. Otherwise they may, if they stop somewhere, the whole state's orange, right? So if you stop somewhere, stay the night. If you eat places, go in, stay longer than certain times. There's things you need to do, which you can do, but it all depends how much time you've got and what the circumstances are, whether you can do that, if you're returning home or whatever. So it just seemed a bit silly that we got forced to go around that way through a state that the current report today was 44 cases. It's around 11 a.m. I heard 44 cases since 8 a.m. last night, and I've also heard that Victoria may put up a hard border. Hard border, that's like what they've done before. That would mean that we can't get into Victoria even though we're going home, even though we've been nowhere, even though we haven't stopped. They would turn us away, which would be even more stupid. And then we couldn't even travel all the way back around up New South Wales, through Queensland, or across the Simpson. We haven't got a sand flag on board anyway, so we couldn't even do that and then travel back down, because South Australia or Queensland may even say, no, you've come from New South Wales, I don't know. New South Wales may say no to Queensland, I don't know. But then getting a permit into South Australia, we'd have to say that we've been in Queensland and New South Wales, who are still banned from entering South Australia. So we'd be completely stuffed because of the stupidity that they sent us around this way in the first place. This kind of makes it dangerous. We're okay with it. I can handle the long days, etc., etc., but a lot of people can't. And it's kind of forcing people to do these things to avoid other circumstances, if you know what I mean. Where I also understand that just today or yesterday, South Australia may have opened a Northern Territory and WA, which really is kind of days too late when you've got no cases, right? No cases in those states. We've got some big oversized equipment here we're going to have to go past, so we're going to start slowing down. We may call it a video. Guys, we've got some awesome videos there showing you all the gorges and the Kimberleys and stuff like that, so remember to subscribe and turn the bell on, because he's going to pull off the road for us, so we'll keep moving. This guy, he's moving over for us, so we'll keep moving. He's going pretty slow anyway, so we'll get past pretty quickly. No problem, we can see well down the road, etc., etc. yeah, so we got some pretty awesome videos there showing you some of the good places up in the Kimberleys and across the Gib and a few other places like that. They'll get released more or less in order of what they happened. It's all in the past now. Once you see this video, we're probably home, so it doesn't really matter. It's all good. Just gave you a bit of an update. If you're looking to purchase parts, if you've been watching on our 4x4 Diesel channel and all our Facebook pages and groups, we'll be back on deck as per schedule for Monday morning, the 12th of July, from about 8 AM. Start hitting me with those text messages. If you do want to buy parts like the injector kit, just search our channel. There's videos. Look, we've got a playlist called How to Buy My Parts or something along those lines, and it's got all the videos in there that relate to those, like the front. If you want to buy those front hub wheel bearings, some people have been messaging. Look, we've been getting a lot of messages, obviously, you know, many every day, the usual Monday thing. Thanks for those who are listening, but you missed the messages where we said we're taking long service leave. There was a shortage of injectors. We've got stock of injectors. We've got more coming, so that's all good. There's still a shortage, so be very careful when and if you ever choose to buy injectors. As I would always say, definitely come to me. Let's get it right the first time. The right parts, only brand new, genuine, fresh parts with fuel pipes, the whole kit, the videos in the VIP group, so you can do it right. And once you're part of that VIP group, we've got a couple other VIP groups that may be a benefit as well. So, but I don't want to talk too much about the diesel side, just letting you know in case you happen to watch this video. Back on deck. All those inquiries we can answer from Monday. All the parts orders will fill as best as we can. Please be patient. We've been away for 6 weeks, so there's going to be 6 weeks work in a day, and obviously that's going to have to spread through the whole week. And then the following week is the week we'll ask you to inquire about if you need to book your vehicle into the Prado Hospital or any of the other Prado hospitals that we recommend, you know, the 4x4 Diesel Workshop partners. That's about it, guys. Trip's been awesome. Yeah, like I said, the hardest part, the most stressful part about the whole thing is getting the permits going between states. They've all got such different systems. I think they all need to use the same system and the same guidelines, a bit of consistency. They all need to have the map of the state that's got, you know, green, good to go, orange and red. You know, red's no go, we don't want you, that's understandable. You know what I mean? And things need to change fast. If you've got no cases for 3 days in a state and it only ever had 1 or 2 or 3, I think you need to let the people come from that state into your state. For example, if they're just passing through, or if they're going to be, let's call it isolate. If you're camping or in a caravan and you're out on your own, you're nowhere near anyone, you know, ask them to do things like maybe don't dine wherever or get takeaway only, things like that. Conditions apply, let's say. There's better ways to do things. This is going to be with us for a while. I think we need to better manage it, because just imagine Victoria, as of 4 p.m. today, Victoria, it's a hard border, blah, blah, blah. We just drove thousands of kilometres for absolutely nothing, when in fact we should have sat at the border of South Australia. There's a lot of should-haves. I don't like doing should-haves, could-haves. It's one thing I hate, should-haves, the should-haves, you know, but they used to give us till midnight, that sort of thing. But what we found in recent months is they don't do that anymore. They don't say from midnight tomorrow night or from midnight. They'll just say from 4 p.m. today, and bada bing, that's it. So even though you think you're doing the right thing, these things are not chasing you anymore. They're jumping ahead of you, which is even worse. And I understand sometimes under the circumstances that's what's got to happen. But guys, good luck with if you're planning any trips in or out of any state in Australia, because it seems Australia's not Australia anymore. It's the states, individual, and that's that. They're not working together. I understand things change, they've got to move fast, but the virus isn't waiting at the border. It's in the areas where it is, and I understand restricting people in the areas where it is, having those red zones. All the outback of Australia, I don't see any cases out there, whether it's you know, regional Victoria, New South Wales, Queensland, Northern Territory, up the top of WA. So having restrictions between those places is quite painful. I don't think it's fair, I don't think it's right. Hopefully they maybe if you share this video to someone that cares, they can have a think about that, and maybe if they were in these circumstances where they had to travel massive distances, do massive days, completely dumb things to avoid some things, and to be able to get home, just to be able to get home. And then obviously things can change before you get there. It one end there's a chance they're going to stop you, and at the other end they're going to open it up. So crazy stuff. I hope most of you understand. Please put in the comments, let us know if you've had a similar trip that's been, you've had to cancel at the last minute or change the plans and what you did. I'll have interesting read even if I don't get a chance to reply. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe, turn the bell on. Those videos will be coming out soon. Thanks for watching. See ya.